Hey everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is HoneyBee Stamps Video Hop sharing their Make It Merry release. So make sure you guys leave comments on everybody's channel, and also if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to everyone because that definitely helps us out. But make sure you leave a comment so you can be entered in to win a gift card. So let's get started on this. I am using the Lovely Layers Poinsettia, which is brand new. I have die cut it from two different colors of red cardstock, wild cherry and scarlet. Everything I'm using is listed and linked below for you guys, so that way you guys can just, if you want to copy this project, I have made it easy to do by having everything in the description. So I'm just going to put these two together. I had originally thought I was going to use two poinsettias, but I'm not. I only ended up using one, but you can see how they look when they're put together. I'm also putting together this bow. This is from the Layering Holiday Bells. I actually ended up not using this either, but you know, you can always put this back in the little die with the die set and use it on another project. I'm also going to share how I make kind of a glistening snowy effect, so definitely hang on for that because it turned out super pretty. Okay, then I have the Layering Holiday Bells themselves here in just a second, and I decided to do two shades of green, a darker and a lighter, and then some gold mirror cardstock. So I'm going to bring those in. The underneath layer is the darker green because it's going to look like the shadow from inside the bell. So I am using Forest, which is the darker green, and then Fairway, which is the lighter green. All of these cardstocks are from Cardstock Warehouse. Then I have the gold mirror cardstock for the decorative part of the bell and like the little piece inside the bell. I don't even know what that's called, but that makes it ring. So that's going to be gold mirror cardstock as well. And I have two of these bells that I created exactly the same. I just slid that little piece in, and look at how cute that bell looks, and I just love how 3D it is. I have this other little piece of gold mirror cardstock, and you know, you could die cut that part separately with a different color, or like a gold glitter cardstock, which I probably should have done because it would have stood out just a little bit, but I kind of wasn't even thinking about it. I was just in the mode of putting it together. I also have the leaves there that are die cut from Forest cardstock. That is part of the Lovely Layers Poinsettia. And so I'm not going to use all those. I just tend to kind of over die cut, I think, because I would rather have more than not enough, because I don't want to have to go back and do it again. That kind of drives me nutty. So I'd rather over color, over die cut, and then just be able to tuck those little extra pieces away for another project. So now we have all of our pieces done. I want to do this background using the Winter Gems A2 cover plate. So this isn't going to die cut, it's just going to kind of make the impression. And it looks just like these beautiful snowflakes. So I'm doing it with white cardstock because I want this card to feel very snowy and wintry. So I took those leaves, I just added a little bend to them so that way they're not super flat. I'm bringing in my stencil mat from Waffle Flower. I'm using opaque distress grit paste, and I am just going to start adding some grit paste to all of my petals on my poinsettia. I want this to have, like I said, a very wintry, frosty, snowy look, and I love distress grit paste for snow. It's just this kind of, it's not smooth, it's puffy almost, and it just really looks like snow. But we're going to add a little something extra to this so it just kind of glistens, and I just love how it turned out. So I'm just going to finish adding this to the leaves. I'm just using a palette knife, and I have that stencil mat on my work surface, so it's just easier to clean up when I'm done. I'm going to make sure I get it on all of the leaves, and I am being kind of heavy-handed with it because I really want it to have a lot of snow on it. I'm just going to finish there in that little bit of center. And then I have the Distress Glitter, the rock candy. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to sprinkle this on the wet grit paste, and it's going to stick in some areas and not in others. Now, I didn't want to do just straight glitter because then you're not going to get that like white snow effect underneath. That's why I combined the two. So I'm going to do the same thing here on these. I'm going to use 3 leaves actually, because again, I only decided to use one of the poinsettias because I am making an A2 size card. I think if I was making a 5x7, I could have fit both of those on there and it would have looked really nice. So again, just adding that grit paste, and sprinkling the glitter on while it's wet, and it's just sticking in some areas so it's not overly glittery. It really just does look like the snow is shining. So like it snows where I live, and sometimes when you look out and no one is disturbed the snow like in your yard and you just catch it at certain angles, it is very glittery and glistening, and it is so pretty. So that's kind of the effect I wanted to go for. So I'm also going to add it to the bells because I felt like if I didn't, it would have just looked kind of out of place. So I'm just keeping it simple at the bottom, doing the same thing, and again adding that a little bit of glitter. Okay, so now we can get this card put together. I want some foam tape behind my poinsettia, and I'm going to put this in the top left corner. And I want to have the leaves tucked in and the bells being able to be tucked in. So I just need to change the orientation of the flower just a little bit. And I'm going to tuck these leaves in. This one's going to have some foam tape for dimension. And so this is the larger leaf. Then I have a smaller leaf that I'm just going to tuck in with a little bit of liquid glue. And again, this is on that background with the Winter Gems cover plate. And again, it looks like snowflakes. And so it just feels so wintry. It's so pretty. I love it. Let's tuck in this other leaf, and then we can get these bells in place. One of these will have some foam tape, and then the other one will just kind of be tucked underneath it. But look at how pretty this is. I love how this is coming together. I want to remind you guys again, don't forget to leave comments down below in the description and on everybody else's channel for a chance to win a gift card, because you know HoneyBee Stamps is so generous and you're definitely going to want some of these goodies. Okay, let's tuck that under there. Now we've got all of our elements in place and we need a sentiment. So I stamped and used a coordinating die from Jingle All the Way. It's a new stamp set. It says Christmas is here, bringing good cheer. And I just stamped it with some black ink, and I'm going to place that right in the center at the bottom with some foam tape because I do love my sentiments to have some dimension. Now I also want to bring in some red cardstock, and we're going to make a red mat behind this white card. And I'm using the Wild Cherry cardstock for this, and I'm just cutting it to an A2 size because I did trim down my white piece about 1/4 of an inch on all sides. But look at how pretty that pop of red is, and then I can just adhere this to a white A2 size card base. I am bringing in some gem stickers. This is the Make It Merry gem stickers, and these red gem stickers are gorgeous against this background. So I'm just going to add a few of these around. They already have some adhesive behind it, so they absolutely stick in place, especially just on regular old cardstock. I'm just going to add, I think, just a couple more to kind of round it out and make it look really nice. And I've got one more here, and then this card is completely finished. And I love this. I love the snowy look. All these brand new dies are just absolutely gorgeous, and the sentiments are wonderful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I want to say thank you so very much for stopping by and watching. I appreciate all of your support, and you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.